So what I was trying to show here is that you can trade this stop run on the 1 hour chart with the higher time frame context, knowing that there is a stop run happening on a much larger price move. So we had this huge retracement here and then the dump down here. We knew that they were going to stop out these latecomers. We already kind of discussed that, who got short down here, who got short here, even the ones who were close, who got short here. These guys are still in their trades. But these guys got stopped out. Anyone here got stopped out with a false breakout of a retail pattern, right? The triangle. So what I was trying to show is that you can trade this on the way up. Again, this is counter trend, so not as high probability, but in this instant, it works well. What's the higher time frame context? We had a dump into a large order block, which caused this major swing here. And then this is a higher low technically, right? So pretty good chance we're going to see a move up and a run on these stops. You know, maybe, and I talked about this in the last video, a run above this high before more downside, or it might go straight down from here. It might run above here and go further down. But the bottom line is, what I was trying to show yesterday is you could have traded this move on the way back up. So what you would do, and what I showed on Twitter, is knowing that we have targets on the upside, how do you want to enter the trade? And this is how you use order blocks with the OTE and the Fibonacci stuff. Oops. So this is a 1 hour order block, right? You can make this one smaller. Again, we don't need the wick. The reason I left the wick out was because see how long this is. There's no point in having that additional price here. We didn't need it. So what we're trying to do is, once we know market structure has shifted, right? We know we're coming for these stops here. We had a fake breakout to the downside into an order block that we knew of that was going to push price up towards these levels. We knew a stop hunt was going to occur. So what we want to do to get in sync with the market is find an order block and then get in on a retracement to that order block to get in sync with price. So if you pull your fib from here up to here, what do you have? You have a perfect 70.5% retracement that you could have gotten long at. That's probably one of the better entries you would have gotten. There was a long you could have gotten here on a smaller time frame maybe, but this was the first entry I had, was on this retracement into this hourly order block, targeting this swing high, this order block, and then obviously this swing high up here. And I also told you guys that I was going to short on the way up, taking out of these stops on a larger time frame. I'm shorting based on this swing and then a retracement swing. I'll do one thing at a time here, but I'll show that on the way. So on the longs, draw an order block. Let's say you missed that entry. There was another one right here. Right? Pull the fib again from this low to this high. What do you have? A retracement. Boom, 79 in the order block, targeting us taking out these highs, targeting here. And this is a 2-to-1 trade. Well, this is not. This one obviously didn't fully pan out, but this one would have here. So your entry, 70.5 below the swing low. We targeted these stops up here. That was the trade. There is another one here that, yes, you didn't get the full move that you wanted, but you still got a good move here by getting long on this retracement. And you would have portioned out up here anyways. You're approaching a 4-hour order block. I told you guys that. I said we could expect a rejection, and that's exactly what happened. And I'll even show you, drilling down, how we could have caught that exact top, right? So I'll show you that in a sec. But anyways, that was the point here of showing these order blocks on the way up. You could have gotten long in sync with this stop run. That's not the trade I would have made though. I would have told you guys to keep with the trend, right? So what we actually wanted to trade here was shorts on the way up. We know that they're running stops here before the actual short occurs, right? We're getting rid of people who were short here. The market maker's short up here, we're short up here. The market maker's gonna get short again up here before taking it down. He's not gonna let these people come for the ride. And I showed that in that last video when we pulled a retracement from here. Might as well do it on the chart. From here down to here. The 79% retracement is right here. 62%, 70.5. These are all within and in line with these order blocks for a larger swing short. So I was taking shorts here based on a smaller swing, right? Right here, another swing. That's all this does, is it measures a retracement. So this was a short, right? This was my thinking. Stop run, squeezing out these late bears, and then we're getting in short here. And I thought we could come as high as here. We haven't yet, we still might. Obviously there's a clean double top here now that could have been run, but we dumped off. I know some guys were saying that that actual advice BTC guy called that. I mean, that guy doesn't know what he's doing. I think I showed you guys that already. But how could we have caught this top? To drill down, if you want to have more levels to look at, right? I don't really care. I told you guys I'm playing this on a larger time frame, but what you could have done is went down to a 15-minute chart, went over here, and you could find a level right in here, I believe. Oops. So this is an order block right here. So is this. And this would have caught this one right here, this up candle. If you draw this out in time, I'll just use it in line because it'll be a little quicker. Would have caught the very top of this move before it dumped off. It's within that order block, right? And what else is there? The real reason that this matters is this is a swing high right here. So there's stops above here, right? For people who got short late. So this is a swing high. So they ran these stops. I could have marked out this order block and we would have had the same result as this one here, right? Swing high, stops above it, same thing here. This is a swing high. That's what they ran. They didn't run those ones all the way up there. So I mean, you can add as many of these as you want to make your head spin. It's not really, it's just a matter of the ones that matter within the range that you're trading. So the last thing I'll show you is the thing I just posted on Twitter here. And basically, there's a long opportunity right now. So this is an hourly order block right here. And if you see, if you draw it out, and I think what I did actually is I went down to the 15-minute because I wanted it to be a little more precise. And this is actually the block right here, this down candle. And so I think I drew out this tiny candle here. What we can see is this actually catches that dump there. It's also an hourly block, but we're within a larger order block as well. You could have drawn the 50% of this order block as well and probably had a level right around here. But the bottom line is there's a long opportunity here. Again, counter trend, so tight stops right here. So this high, right through the 70% retracement into an order block. So those are the kind of trades that you guys want to take. Ones that have confluence of multiple things, the order blocks and the fibs, and then obviously being in direction of the market on at least an hourly, we're kind of in trend, I think, for potentially running some more stops up above the market here. But I posted on Twitter yesterday, I said that this was going to happen. I told you guys this. I posted on the wall, posted in the group, I said there's going to be a bull trap or something. They were going to make people think it was breaking out. You saw everyone posting that they were going to go long yesterday. And what happened? It went up. A bunch of people got long. Where do you think they put their stops? I don't know, right here, and right here, under these order blocks. And where do they take price, right? They clear out all of their stops. Just like they did on the way up here, clearing out the stuff on the left, they do the same thing right here. Clearing out these, clearing out these. These guys are all late, missing the long that's actually going to be here. Potentially. We'll see. Counter trend, so again, playing that one a little bit more closely. What else could I show you on here? A void fill, right? So one of the reasons we knew they were going to come for these stops here was the ineffective price action, this big bearish candle. Just like here, this will get filled eventually, right? So that's why I like this long, because I think it's a void fill through here, right? There's no bullish candle between here and down here, so that's a void. Again, it's an ICT concept you'll learn in the videos. And they could take out these stops here. People are going to be short here again, but we'll see. Anyway, so that's kind of my medium-term analysis for Bitcoin here. I think we could come back up into this level and then go down. We could come up into this level before we go down. Again, we could run this high and maybe this high before ultimately I'm still thinking we're going to take out these lows here. But we'll see. I think we had one other request. Hopefully that's enough on order blocks that makes sense for you guys. I guess I could try and do it with let's see. God. Really bad color combos. Playing with this chart. It works the exact same in Forex, guys, as it does in crypto, right? So almost better. Let's see. Holy shit, maybe I should keep these levels. These look important. Whatever, doing it for the stream. So let's see if I can find, what does this look like to you guys? A monthly order block, right? Right, a monthly order block. Where are we within this monthly order block? Looks like probably right about the 50% right now. Just from this alone, looking pretty bearish on Euro USD. Another reason I think that is because I think the dollar index is going to draw down a little bit more before getting back above 90, which would be in line with this being below, resistance in a monthly order block. That cross market shit's for another day, but works the exact same, right? Monthly order block on the highest time frame. We could come drill down, find an even tighter range to trade here. It's almost a different color. It's not gonna work, is it? Just make it blue for now. So this is a weekly zone. Right, so I mean, these are very strong order blocks above the market, right? So you gotta be careful looking for a long in here. Again, but it always matters on the range you're trading. If you're trading this on a monthly or a weekly, you're not doing anything right now. You're already in a position. But if you're day trading this, you got to keep in mind, the level that you're in. But they work the exact same. You can see how it catches the price action on Forex the same way it does with Bitcoin, right? This consolidation's caught perfectly. That monthly level we drew, look at this move from the start of 2017 till September. And where does it stop? It stops directly at the order block, right? How would we get into a trade that's moving up towards, I don't know, clearing out these stops up here? We would look for an order block and then a retracement, right, to get in the trade. We'd go on a smaller time frame, perhaps, something along those lines. We'll delete these ones. I mean, I wouldn't be trading this. Like, this looks like shit right now. So it's very hard to give you guys an example. We're in the middle of a monthly and weekly order block, and we're basically ranging. So very hard to kind of show you a trade there. Much more likely to find a trade, I guess, in here. Go. Okay. Got. Right, there's a daily order block, right? So we come up, we test it, we make through it, and then we have a retest to get in this trade on a lower time frame. Let's find that here. Looks like I didn't scroll too far back. So there's going to be tons of opportunities to get in here, right? What do we see here? We see a triple bottom. We see a false move higher. We see a stop run to get out all of these longs, right? That's exactly what that wick is. Stop run on these level here. What else is it a stop run on? I don't know, maybe this order block right here. I'm screwing with our color codes, guys, but it's just for example's sake. Right? Order block, breaks market structure high. People are piling on long. What do? They run the stops right below the order block, and then they take it where you think it's going to go. What else would this be? From this swing low to this swing high. Is that not a perfect retracement? Stop run below an order block, retracement on a swing to get in trend with the market. I mean, this is a little bit more advanced stuff, but we'll get there eventually. But the point is this is what you want to see. You want to see a confluence of multiple factors. We're above a daily order block, this blue one. We have an hourly order block here that caused a break in market structure. That's why it's significant. We saw a run for liquidity to get all of these people out of the trade before the actual move. And what do you get here? You have a perfect symmetrical price swing all the way up to here. I mean, that's a monster move if you were to get in that. And that's in Forex. I mean, I don't even know. This is hundreds and hundreds of pips up here. From here down here is almost 300 pips. But look how long you're in that trade, guys. You're in that trade from July 13th. That's a week, right? Most of you guys aren't going to sit in a trade for a week. But I mean, this is the kind of moves you can get if you're more patient, because you wait, right? You have this retracement. You have this up move. This is your trading range, right? That's what we're measuring with the Fibonacci. That's your trading range. Then you have the context for the trade. You're getting above an order block on a higher time frame. So you're going to go down to a lower time frame, mark an order block where there might be a retest for you to get in on. So there's a run for liquidity. All those things line up to make this a good trade. But you would have had to have been patient, right? You would have drawn this order block out. You would have had your range, and you would have waited. This is the 11th. You don't get into the trade till the 13th. Most people don't have patience for that kind of stuff. Most people want to be in and out of the market, you know, in the same day because they're impatient. They want to get rich quick. The bottom line is this is a much higher probability trade. And once you're in this trade, there's no stress, right? Like the risk, you're barely in the negative. You get in, you could buy it, you know, anywhere down here. Doesn't need get all the way down here, but you could buy it anywhere here. You know, your risk is defined, and you don't have to stare at your computer screen anymore. You're just in the trade, and you just wait for the market to do its thing. So there's your stop. Right? I mean, this is way more than a 2-to-1. It's a 2-to-1 already, like right here. You know, so this was a huge trade. This is a 4.5-to-1. We're basing those profit targets on the fibs, and you bet if you look left, you're going to see previous price action whenever we were last above this level. And you could draw, you know, well, here's that order block, right? So what's before there? You could draw out levels here, swing highs. Previously, Forex has so much history, right? Like I know this is back to 2015, but this is a significant swing high that will be targeted because this was a swing high that didn't get broken for like 2 years, right? So this institutional money levels up there, and then boom, they come and they run it almost to a T, right? Right up to the swing high, break it. Anyways. So that's how you would use it in Forex. Hopefully that made sense. You have the larger time frame block, go down to a smaller time frame, and then you get your entry. We'll do the Euro or FBTC, and then I gotta go. So this isn't a pair that I actually trade, so should be good. So we have, what is this, guys? Full market cycle here. Return to the original consolidation, around the stops before I move out. What does this look like to you guys? It's like a pretty good retracement to me. I bet you there's an order block here that I could draw out. You know, that people will play it on this type of a time frame. They will take that swing and they'll play the retracement coming back to that original consolidation. They run below it a little bit. You know, people think there's support here, right? They're like, okay, when's the time to buy back into F? Right when it's in these levels. So what are they gonna do? They're gonna run it right below there, and then they're gonna take it up for the next run. And I think that's what's going to happen again here. I don't think this thing has fallen far enough yet. I know people are starting to say that alts are getting bullish again. I disagree. I think this is just another, slight move up before we go further down. This is what I see here. So we came right through a level, right? So what is this, guys? This is a bullish order block. So we'll make it green. Oh, this is on the daily, so we'll do dark green, dark gray, I guess. Right, so this is bullish, started this huge up move. Price came back down to it, stopped it. We're now below it. We're kind of right around the 50% line. I don't know. I'm not long on this on a larger time frame. On a smaller time frame, maybe. This is another daily block right here. Right? So similar market structure to Bitcoin, right? We're right below a higher time frame level. Just use the chart. There it is. So we're below a daily. I would draw that order block for sure. I'd go down to the 4 hour. I would say, okay. This is a significant swing high, which was broken with, this order block, arguably pretty shitty one, but albeit one. Maybe even not. I don't really love it. You could draw a smaller level here that would catch, this 4 hour block catches the top here. That one out in time, and that will catch that top if you wanted to. The long for this was, a run on this stop. This block right here, this was the long, if that's what you're looking for, which I'm assuming you are. This stop run, you had 2 chances to get in it here. They just ran these stops. There's some stops right up here they could run. And obviously ultimately up here. If we get above this level though, you might start looking for some more upside. As of right now, I would expect this thing to come back down. Where would I expect it to go? I would say this is an hourly block that I would watch right here. So look at how it dipped right in there, right? So that's a retracement. That's the exact same move we just showed on Bitcoin, right? Low to high, into an order block. There's your long right there. This is a, 3% move, but with margin, if that's how you're trading this thing, that's a good trade. So I would watch this level. Technically, there's another block right here. That you could look for an entry here if we're going to take out this high. These would be places you could expect a bounce. I would have your stop here, right? And if you expect a bounce, it's going to take out this high, and then it will probably reach for this high up here. Those would be 2 entries that I would look for. I would also look for a run above these highs into this order block as an opportunity to short this thing all the way back down here. And through these levels on the way back. So hopefully that was informative. Hopefully that clears up order blocks and stuff for you guys a little bit. If you have any other questions, just pop them in the chat there, and we'll talk on the next one.